Hello, my name is Angela Lawrence and I'm an Associate Dean here at Staffordshire University. I'm going to give you a bit of information about our approach to simulation-based learning. So regardless of which course you're here to find out about, we wanted you to have the opportunity to see some of the incredible facilities we use to embed simulation-based education across all of our courses. Our innovative and applied learning methods ensure that you'll develop a wide range of skills, both specific to your discipline as well as wider digital skills to prepare you for the world of work. So what you're about to see is a demonstration of just a few of the applications. It's not exhaustive, but hopefully will give you a flavour of how technology and simulation could be part of your degree. So here I am in the Amazon warehouse, and today let's imagine we've students visiting in small groups as part of a virtual tour. So students will be invited into the simulation zone here with their group. Each group will then be challenged with a scenario, and that might be around a number of themes like supply chain management, just-in-time manufacturing, Six Sigma, crisis management and project management techniques. And for example, they might be asked to observe an activity going on in the warehouse and then be offered several options for improvement of the activity. And depending which option they choose, the results will be played out in the simulated environment, and we can then observe and discuss the benefits or the drawbacks to that chosen approach. And because we also want to enhance employability skills, when students are asked to make their decision, we may have a phone here and they may be asked to pick up the phone, call a team leader on the shop floor to explain what they want to happen and how it needs to be implemented. And then they'll work as a team to decide how this will be communicated, with the opportunity to prepare and practice a script before we play the activity out in the warehouse simulation. So these simulation activities work well across all of our business subject areas. If you were studying finance and business enterprise, for example, you might be asked to play out a simulation and then challenged to work together in teams to undertake a cost-benefit analysis of the approach that you've chosen. If you were studying digital and social media marketing, you might be asked to create internal marketing messages that can be used across a variety of digital platforms to promote the benefits of a new way of working to internal teams. Business management and sustainability students might be asked to explore the sustainability impact of the approach that they've taken. Business innovation and entrepreneurship students could be asked to identify a new set of approaches or a new set of options that offers a more innovative solution to the challenge. And even visitor attraction and resort management students may be asked questions around planning for just-in-time delivery of products for their souvenir shops at the theme park to avoid excessive stocking of items on park. And all this work that we do in the simulation zone as part of our virtual tour of the Amazon warehouse or whatever scenario may be brought back into the classroom as an ongoing case study activity.
Hello everyone, my name's Mike Phillips. I'm the Associate Dean in the School of Health and Social Care, and this is one of our clinical simulation suites here on our Stoke campus. And this is the place where our predominantly health and social care students and our social work students come to get familiar with the kind of environment that they're going to be working in when they go out into practice. And one of the great advantages of a simulation-based approach is that ability for our students to come and work in that environment, to practice the kind of skills and execution of the knowledge that they've developed through the theoretical learning in the course in a very safe environment where they can both get that feel of what it's like to do a particular skill or be within a particular scenario, and also be able to make mistakes and know what it's like to have to correct those mistakes and to learn from them. And the great value of it is that you can do that alongside all of your peers and you can all learn from those experiences together. And one of the great things that we've been able to do is develop our technology so that we can also allow that sharing in remote locations as well. So through a particular piece of technology that I'm talking to you now, which is called learning space technology, It means that you can access this footage, be part of this simulation from your own home, from a different part of the campus, from our debriefing room in the next door part of the building, or in an area that better suits your style of learning and being part of those experiences. So that's a bit about that technology. And also what we've done is develop both the quality and the quantity of equipment that we have that allows you to do more realistic simulation. And that would range from the kind of mannequin that you see here, who talks, breathes. If I were to shine a light in her pupils, they would constrict or dilate accordingly. I can do procedures, take blood, put drips and all those kind of things in, through to a more procedural approach of a device which allows you to learn, for example, to take a blood sample from a patient. And we build from that theoretical learning through to the isolated skill to doing that in a more realistic environment, which is what you'll ultimately end up doing. And all of this is targeted, as I say, at preparing you for your practice learning experience or your placement experiences, so you can go out with a greater skill set, with greater confidence, and that applies not just in health and social care, but also to all of our subject areas where we can provide different environments which best suit the learning of your course.
Hello, my name is Dr. Laura Walton-Williams and I'm one of the Associate Deans in the School of Law, Policing and Forensics. And today we're in our digital law courts for the final stages of one of our multidisciplinary simulation-based exercises. So prior to today's trial, our forensic students have been at the crime scene house, collecting the evidence and examining the scene, and then taking that evidence back to our forensic laboratories to examine them in greater detail. Our policing students have been interviewing our victim, witnesses and suspects, supported by our psychology students when they've been dealing with vulnerable or specialist victims. Our criminology students have been supporting our victims, and they've also been working on rehabilitation programs for our defendants. And our law students have been examining the case, and today will be acting as either the defence, the prosecution or the judge overseeing the case today. So our law students will present the case and then they will cross-examine our witnesses. So our criminology, psychology, policing and forensic students will act either as expert witnesses or provide evidence of fact, enabling our jury of students to come to a specific decision. Our computing and gaming students have built an animated walkthrough of the crime scene to enable our jury to visualise the scene without having to visit it. Our journalism and digital media students will use a range of different mediums to present the key facts surrounding the case, the defendants and the witnesses, and the possible outcomes. And later they will go to the TV studios and they'll film a live documentary of the specific issues surrounding this case. Once the trial is concluded, the jury will have deliberated and they will provide their verdict. And all of the individual disciplines will get the opportunity to reflect on how their expertise has contributed towards the outcome. Our psychology students have actually been observing all of the individual disciplines, and they will feed back, which will enable us to improve our pre-trial processes to increase the potential positive outcomes of trials. Later today, our international relations students will take part in a Model UN exercise in here alongside our law and business students. So Model UN is a simulation-based exercise which enables our students to learn better how the UN works and how formal proceedings are conducted. They can also take part in Model NATO, which is a similar exercise but focuses on the political, security, military and economic responses to specific critical incidences. By linking our immersive facilities together and our subject disciplines, it enables our policing students to work with our paramedic students on critical incident management. It enables our forensic students to work with our computing and engineering students on vehicle collision investigations and reconstructions, and our education, biology and art students to build a set of resources to educate the public on specific science issues such as the COVID pandemic. All of these enable our students to become lifelong and life-wide learners and prepare them for the world of work. So today we've tried to give you a really brief snapshot of some of our amazing facilities and our immersive learning opportunities. We hope that we've also given you an idea of how we work collaboratively across disciplines, so you're not just focusing on one specific area, but understanding the wider world. If you'd like to find out more, please get in touch and we look forward to hearing from you.